ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
प्रभु आपके यूं तो हम सारे पलकों में पलते बच्चे हैं, पर आपको वो बेहद प्यारे जो दिल के सच्चे सच्चे हैं।
प्रभु आपके यूं तो हम सारे पलकों में पलते बच्चे हैं, पर आपको वो बेहद प्यारे जो दिल के सच्चे सच्चे हैं।
सच्चे दिल पर साहब राजी, हर श्रीमत पर कहे हाँ जी। एक बाबा तू जान कोई वादे के पक्के पक्के हैं।
प्रभु आपके यूं तो हम सारे पलकों में पलते बच्चे हैं, पर आपको वो बेहद प्यारे जो दिल के सच्चे सच्चे हैं।
प्रभु सत्य है, शिव है, सुंदर है, सच पर प्रभु प्यार निरंतर है। सांच को कोई आँच नहीं, खुशियों में नाचते रहते हैं।
प्रभु आपके यूं तो हम सारे पलकों में पलते बच्चे हैं, पर आपको वो बेहद प्यारे जो दिल के सच्चे सच्चे हैं।
कोई खूबी और रहे न रहे, बस दिल से सच्चा साफ रहे। निर्मल निश्चल जीवन वाले प्रभु को लगते अच्छे हैं।
प्रभु आपके यूं तो हम सारे पलकों में पलते बच्चे हैं, पर आपको वो बेहद प्यारे जो दिल के सच्चे सच्चे हैं, जो दिल के सच्चे सच्चे हैं, जो दिल के सच्चे सच्चे हैं।
Shanti. Om Shanti.
You simply have to remember them with your intellects. Irrespective of wherever you are, you can just tour around the subtle and the soul world in a matter of seconds. It's nothing new to go on a physical pilgrimage. You have been going on those pilgrimages for half a cycle. Only the one Father comes and takes you on this spiritual pilgrimage. You are the long lost and now found children. It is you who have to show the path to others. You can go to temples and explain when the deities ruled the kingdom, who made them the worthy of worship. You understand that you were worthy of worship and now you have become worshippers. Therefore, the status of a worshipper is lower than the status of being worthy of worship. The Father makes you worthy of worship. You were deities worthy of worship and you have now become worshippers. Now renounce worshipping and become worthy of worship again. Maya creates many obstacles. Every effort maker has experienced this. The innocent ones are assaulted as much as possible. No one is prevented from going to other pilgrimage places, temples or spiritual gatherings. Here, Maya causes you a great deal of distress while you are making effort to change from a worshipper to being worthy of worship. By being influenced by Maya, we start performing wrong actions, then we obviously fall. Baba says, you fall again and again. Mostly you fall into the ditch of lust. The Father says, don't become dirty. Be very careful about this. The worst thing is to climb onto the pyre of lust and drawn into the ocean of poison. The Father says, child, lust is the greatest enemy, and this is why you must never even think about indulging in vice. It's through this that you become dirty. Don't think that the poison is removed from the intellects of those who come here. Don't think don't The Father says never become dirty. Baba says when they see one another, some experience storms within themselves to become dirty. The Father says never become dirty, don't chase after anyone. When your mind becomes dirty, then you will not hesitate going after anyone, you feel like speaking with that soul, or you feel like just being in the company of those. Never make effort to fall into the vice. The Father continues to save you from that. There is the struggle of falling down and taking care not to fall again. There is always a battle in the mind. Maya creates many storms. There was a very good, obedient, faithful and serviceable child who was slapped so hard by Maya that he was completely finished off. He died. Baba just remembers those children who were just eaten away by Maya. Such good children also were influenced by Maya, because here one has to identify the subtle weaknesses within oneself and one has to work on removing those weaknesses, because no one knows what is happening inside. Irrespective of however good we are at service or in doing yoga, Baba says one always has to pay attention to the subtle weaknesses, because these weaknesses will make you completely fall. Baba says that was also in the drama. Maya makes you dirty. It is Maya, not the Father, that causes you sorrow for half a cycle. They falsely blame God. It is not Father who gives happiness and sorrow. They don't consider God to be the Father. How could the Supreme Soul cause sorrow for anyone? If the Supreme Soul were to cause sorrow, human beings would cause even greater sorrow for each other. The Father explains, it is you who create such karmic accounts for yourselves. It is souls who experience sorrow through their wrong actions, and they experience happiness through their charitable actions. There is nothing that God does here. You perform wrong actions when you come under the influence of bad company and you forget the Father. He is ordinary, so the children forget him. The Father would only give you good teachings, however you forget them. The Father explains, you don't have complete yoga. That is why the soul doesn't have the power. Don't think of yourself as someone who only has to give lectures. There is also the story of the Pandit. There is a story of the Pandit. He told others that they would be able to go across the river by saying Rama Rama. However, he himself could not go across it. When it was the turn of the Pandit to cross the river, he asked for a boat to take him across. He himself could not do what he told others to do. So things should not be simply said, they have to be done as well. Your words, deeds, actions should be equal. In yesterday's Murli also Baba spoke that a few children are completely ugly inside but they look very good outside. That is why Baba says that your words, deeds, behavior, everything should be equal. This is why you must not forget the Father. Baba makes you into those who never forget nor make mistakes. Baba says, if you make a mistake, come and ask for forgiveness and say, I am sorry. You should always say, Baba, I am sorry. For instance, if Shiv Baba says this is your mistake, then say, okay Baba, please forgive me. Some good children don't even have the manners to do this. If they are body conscious, then how do they ask for forgiveness? They don't. They make a huge mistake, and so they should at least ask to be forgiven. However, they consider themselves to be very clever. Then you cannot be saved by anyone. That is why you should be humble. Baba says if you commit a sin, you should ask for forgiveness. Otherwise, the sin will continue to increase. Your intellect's yoga with the Father needs to be very good. Although some do give very good lectures, but no one has yet become complete. Until the end, you will continue to fall and try to save yourselves. You say, Baba, I made this mistake, please forgive me. O merciful one, please forgive me. On the path of devotion, they continue to ask for forgiveness throughout the day. They pray to the Father. There is this method or way in every religion that if they do any mistake, they always either go to the priest or the God and ask for forgiveness. Here, you should ask for forgiveness with Baba, with either Baba or the Brahma Baba or the instruments or the senior sisters and brothers who are there. Baba, please forgive me. Do not let Dharmaraj punish me. This is why a great deal of caution is needed. Do not think that you have become 16 celestial degrees full. No. Many children write to Baba and say they have many impure dreams and then they are not able to remember Baba. You should not consider yourself to be clever. It is only at the end that you will become 16 celestial degrees full. At this time you are still eclipsed. Now don't consider yourself to be clever. You haven't reached that stage. You are yet to reach. So until the end, if you are cautious about all the subtle weaknesses and make effort, then you will be able to reach that stage. While sitting here, you will continue to fly because souls are tired at the end of that cycle. They are pulled to go home. They are in a hurry to go home quickly, but they first have to become worthy. Some are happy to travel around and wear jewelry, etc. They just want to eat and enjoy here. They don't have the attitude of doing the service or putting the effort. When they become unhappy, they say, Baba, I left Baba unnecessarily. Baba says, Acha, in that case, have courage and learn something. You have to uplift even those who defame you, but it should not be that they spoil your head even more. When children leave Baba and they do this service, then they get realized. Then they come back to Baba and ask for forgiveness. Baba says you can come back and learn and start doing the effort. Baba draws our attention to one aspect here. You should always manage yourself. It should not be that the ones to whom you explain, they will have a chance to disturb you even more. Baba says Maya makes you fall and the Father uplifts you. The destination is very high and this whole pilgrimage is of your intellect's yoga. It takes time to make effort. The aim is very easy. You claim a right to the liberation in life in a second. Once you say Baba, how can you then forget him? If you have the faith that you are claiming your inheritance of heaven from Baba, then why do you fall? Just did you call Baba normally, or did you understand what you are getting and then you called Baba and you forged that relationship with him? Baba says, why don't you stay in remembrance and remain cautious? Even very good children forget. They do even more disservice. Service is incognito and disservice is also incognito. The sensible children will neither fall nor take time to uplift themselves. Baba says they always remain cautious so that they don't fall at all, first of all. What do people of the world know? The people of the world don't know what does the term service or disservice mean in the spiritual life. For instance, if someone is in Gyan and he goes and gets married, the worldly people are happy and they appreciate him, whereas it's totally considered not acceptable on this path. If an evil spirit or impure soul enters someone, that too can cause damage. A soul that is caught by Maya is able to enter another. Even though you have knowledge, none of you has yet become complete. One defect or another still remains, and you should have that fear. We have to follow Baba's Srimad. If instead of following Srimad you do something corrupt, your status would be destroyed and you would have to experience a great deal of punishment. Severe punishment for any bad action has to be endured here. This is why you have to make effort to reach your karmatit stage. You have to remain very honest with Baba. All of you have a connection with Shiv Baba. All the centers belong to Shiv Baba. So where did your center come from? Though you become instruments in opening the center, some take that authority and they consider themselves as the owners. So Baba asks such children, when everything belongs to Shiv Baba, where did your center come from? You first of all belong to Shiv Baba. This world university belongs to the Father. It is the godly world university. To have such thoughts as this is my center means to die. Then such children die from this spirituality. Neither their yoga gets well nor their state of mind will be good. So many fall by saying mine, mine. Everything belongs to Shiv Baba. You say, first of all, everything belongs to the Shiv Baba. Some of us may become instruments in doing the charitable action. Everybody praises us, but why do we have to come into the body conscious? Even our senior brothers and sisters respect us, they have that regard for us, but we always have to be in that state of mind which is totally beyond this influence. You say, Baba, this mind, body and wealth all belong to you. Therefore Baba says, the kingdom of heaven is all yours. You receive such a large reward, and what do you give? Baba says, whenever you are alive, whatever you does, that comes into your account. But once you leave the mortal coil, whatever actions or donations given by the family, that belongs to them. Before dying, some give their belongings to Karmi Gaur, special Brahman priest. They donate it all to them while they are still alive. When people see that someone is a hopeless case, they make him donate to charity. But Father says donate everything while alive, because these are old bodies. You souls belong to me. You play your parts through your bodies and they have become old. now belong to me again, and your souls and your bodies will become very clean. Baba says some souls that have become impure now have to be purified. Baba says both continue to be cleansed simultaneously. You will become pure by having yoga with me. Baba says when you have yoga, you go into the stage of ascent. When you don't have yoga, you remain in the stage of descent. You have to be interested in doing service. You should not ask if you should go on a service. Baba then understands that you are not interested in serving. You should be interested in doing service with your mind, that is thoughts, words and deeds. If not with your thoughts, you should serve them with your words or deeds. Baba says you should keep yourself busy doing one type of service or another. You will receive the return of that. Those who act without being asked are called deities. Those who act after being told are human beings. Those who don't act even after being told, they are completely useless. We need to choose what category we belong to. The more service you do, the more reward you will receive. Shiv Baba asks children, do I have hands? Shiv Baba sits in this one's body, and while writing a letter, he would not sit on a bull all day long. When only one has to perform or do anything, then they take the support of the chariot. So Baba also says, Baba would not sit on a bull all day long. For instance, you have a bike or a scooty, you won't ride the scooty or drive a car all the time. Only when there is a necessity, you take the support of that. In the same way, Baba also takes the support of this chariot when it is needed. Baba says when a bull gets tired, its eyes begin to water. Here there is no question of tears flowing. This one has to do service. He says to you, children, remember me alone. Shiv Baba says this and the soul also listens. This is very easy. The unlimited Father is the creator of heaven. Baba comes to create heaven and to have the hell destroyed. The Mahabharat war is standing ahead. There are the Yadavas, the Kauravas and the Pandavas. You understand that this play is about to end. Baba has come to take us back. There is the huge burden of sins on your heads. If you don't have remembrance, you cannot become an emperor or empress. This is the Raj Yoga and the yoga to become rulers, not the yoga to become subjects. This is Raj Yoga, the yoga to become rulers, not the yoga to become subjects. You become subjects if you don't have full yoga. Some say, Baba, I will claim my full inheritance from you. However, you need to have a great interest in doing service. You can write and ask Baba, what will I become if I leave my body now? It's only at the end that you can become complete. Now you are still incomplete. You have to check your own stage and ask yourself, to what extent do I need to contribute in Baba's service? To what extent am I faithful and obedient? How desperate am I to do service and give someone the donation of life? Poor people are very unhappy. This is the one and the only Satguru. He has come to take us back home to the land of peace and the land of happiness. Those gurus cannot call themselves the world father or the world teacher. You know that the Father has come, therefore claim your full inheritance from the Father. It's not good to be body conscious. Become soul conscious and remember the Father, and your bodies will be free from the disease. There is purity, happiness and peace and wealth. Baba says, become soul conscious and remember the Father. Your bodies will be free from the disease. There in the golden age, there will be purity, happiness, peace and wealth. There is limitless wealth there. Here, even you have to struggle to feed yourself. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children also offer love and remembrance and say good morning namaste to the mother, father and Bap Dada. Lessons for Dana. First point, become a spiritual guide and go on the true pilgrimage and also enable others to do so. Be very cautious about where your intellect's yoga is linked. Take care of yourself. Second point, remain true to the Father. Make effort to become karmatit. Hand everything over to the Baba. While you are alive, Baba says hand over everything to Baba while you are alive so that it can be used in a worthwhile way. Today's blessing. May you be a constant yogi and server who does service through your behavior and face. Constantly remain aware that you are the handful out of multi-millions who know the Father and have attained Him. Maintain this happiness and your face will become a mobile service center. Bap Dada considers every child to be so worthy that everyone will continue to receive Father's introduction from your cheerful faces. Therefore, by doing service of giving the Father's introduction while walking and moving around, while eating and drinking, you will easily become a constant yogi and server. Slogan. Those who remain constantly unshakable and immovable like Angad cannot be shaken by the enemy Maya. Today's object signal. Children who are always observed and lost in one God's love, their glimpses and rays of experience are so powerful that no problem can even look at them by raising its eyes. Forget problem coming near, it will not even keep the courage of looking at you. They can never do any kind of hard work. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. The evening meditation from 6 to 8 p.m. will be in the Gyanmoti Meditation Hall, and Amrit Vela meditation also will be in the Gyanmoti Meditation Hall. Only Murli class will be taking place in the Diamond Hall. Let's remember Babu for 3 minutes. Thank you. Om Shanti.